What does Pepino Man, Angry Old Man, and Mr. 95 Cents all have in common, besides having cool nicknames and great channels, of course? They all generously sent the commenting collector some mail, which we're going to open together coming up now. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Sagati, better known as a commenting collector. Hope everyone had a great week. I certainly did. It's going to be a special episode because, like I mentioned in the opener, I will be opening viewer mail, and this comes from channels that I won contests from, or I believe the other third piece of mail was just out of the generosity and kindness. I don't recall winning a contest from that um, channel unless unless I didn't realize it. But we'll find out in a second. So let's jump right into it. The first one, it comes in a plain white envelope from Daryl Giordano, better known as Mr. 95 Cent. And this is going to be a contest win. And it comes as no surprise as Mr. 95 Cents. I think he puts out 2 or 3 videos a week, if not more. I can't recall, but he puts out a lot of videos, and for every one of his videos, he gives away like 3 or 4 prizes for just leaving a comment. So very generous person. Mr. 95 Cents is. He used to own a card show. He used to own his own card shop. He does still attend card shows, and he goes to his local card shop occasionally, and he broadcasts from there. So he's just a great man. He's always showing cool cards. So do yourself a favor. I'm sure many of you are already subscribed or know who I'm talking about. But if by the off chance you don't, I highly recommend and encourage that you check out Mr. 95 Cents. You won't be disappointed. I promise you that. He's got some great stories. He's been around the business and the hobby for a long time. And like I said, he's always giving things away. So if you like a chance at free stuff like this, um, give him a give him an opportunity to give you a good option for great sports card and collectible content. So here we go. And I already cheated. I opened the side just for the sake of time. So I'll pull out what it is. So note, hello Robert. Congrats on the win. Hope you enjoy these. Oh, he said he threw in some extras. So thanks, Daryl, Mr. 95 Cent. So we'll see what we got. Got them taped down pretty good. Nice secure shipping. Okay. A Prism rookie autograph, Gavin Sheets. So Gavin Sheets, I know his father. Uh, I believe his father played for the Orioles, and it was Larry Sheets. I know there was a Ben Sheets, but there's no relation for the Orioles was Ben Sheets. But Larry Sheets also played for the Orioles, and I believe that's Gavin's father. So what a nice, nice looking autograph. Um, and it's a rookie autograph. So this could be a very very desirable um, card in the future. He made his debut 2021, so this could be quite a card if Mr. Gavin Sheets turns out to be a good player. So that's a great card to have. That was the contest win. And as Mr. 95 cents always says, first out of the box. So this was it. So that's great. Thank you for that. And here's the extras that he sent. And it looks like, knowing that he knows that I'm from Minnesota, so he sent some Vikings cards. And I chuckle because this was a team leader card with Tommy Kramer. We used to call him 2 Minute Tommy. So because he was famous for his last minute comebacks, and he was actually a pretty decent quarterback for the Vikes. And as memory serves me correctly, I believe that was during the 80s. That I think Kramer was before Culpepper. Tommy Kramer was a Vikings quarterback before Dante Culpepper. So yeah, that's, knowing that I'm from Minnesota, that's very appropriate. Here's an oldie, a 1970 Topps, Gary Cuozzo. Not real familiar with him. He was a quarterback for the Vikings. Gary Cuozzo, I believe is his name. 1971 card. He actually played for the Colts, debuted in 63 through 66. The Colts, 67, he played for New Orleans, and then 68 through 70, he was with the Vikings. Just a tad before my time, but I just don't remember Gary, but that's cool because I always love these 1970 Topps designs. So obviously I didn't have that one. Couple more. Look at this. Harmon Killebrew, the killer. Yes, I know Stuke would like this. Um, I don't have this card. This is actually it's like a 76 Topps. It's not a 76. Oh no, wait. Ah, 70 75 with the Royals was Harmon's last year. That's why they have the stats on there. Okay, it's been a long day. So I'm not quite sure what year Topps card this is. It's on there, but get older, you lose your eyesight. 2023, maybe? I don't know. Someone will let me know in the comments, but this is Harmon. Always great to have a Killer Brew card like this. Yeah. And then look at this. I don't know. Yeah. I think I mentioned this was one of my Grail cards. So here we go. It's my first and only Satchel Paige. Oh, this is the same year as that other card. So here we go. Satchel Paige. What a man. I don't know why I'm holding it like this. Again, it's late. Well, because I'm reading the back, I guess. But yeah. So wow. Satchel, Harmon, Cuazzo. Someone can tell me how to pronounce that correctly in the comments. If I'm butchering it, I'm sure I did. 2 Minute Tommy. These are just bonus cards. And then the main event, first out of the box, Mr. Gavin Sheets. And like I said, I think he's the son of Larry Sheets, who I remember back in the day with the Orioles. But yeah, Gavin becomes a all-star, having a rookie autograph prism. That'd be a nice card. Or regardless, it's still a great card. So thanks, Mr. 95 cents. I really appreciate it. And again, I encourage anyone that doesn't know about Mr. 95 cents channel, and I'll put a link in the description below. please check him out. Okay, so we're gonna go to the second piece of mail, and this came in a big giant envelope, and it's from Angry Old Man. And what a channel he has. And he had a contest recently, and I was able to be lucky enough to win it. He gave away several prizes, and I think I put in the comments the one that I wanted the most, and fortunately, I guess I won. So he writes, his name's Ed, but he would go by Angry Old Man, and I think his bark is worse than his bite. He's actually a really good guy, and he's got a good sense of humor, and his station or his channel is very entertaining. So he writes, Robert, congrats on the win. I appreciate your support of the channel. Keep your great videos coming. Okay, that's very generous of you. I really like your non-sport card collection. I appreciate it. Everyone can see that in back. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Sorry this is late. Well, no problem. Hope you had a great Thanksgiving and hope you have a great holiday coming up. And I appreciate it. And I think I remember what it was. Yep, this is great. Dale Murphy autograph photo. And I chose this because it was one of the options that resonated with me because I remember growing up in the early 80s, we watched, as many of you did, the, the Superstation, the TNT or TBS Superstation, I think it was. And they had Chip Carey, Harry's son, Chip Carey, or not Chip Carey, Skip Carey. Chip is the grandson of Harry. Skip is the son. He's a great announcer. And those Braves teams were not very good, but they did have this one stud superstar, Dale Murphy, and he epitomized the great image, and he was just a monster as far as putting up the stats. I believe he won. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I know he won. I'm pretty sure he won the MVP in 82, 83, and 84. Maybe he won like three in a row or something like that. I'm sure someone could put the record. They can correct the record and put that in the comments. But yeah, he was just. I remember. I think it was 1982. He started. I think it was April. Through April, he already had like 35, 40 RBIs. So I remember that year I was playing rotisserie baseball, and he just was having a monster year. So yeah, what a what a fantastic prize courtesy of Ed over at Angry Old Man. I appreciate that. This is definitely gonna be one of the highlights of my collection. My first and only autograph. And who knows, maybe if the Veterans Committee votes Mr. Murphy in, he could be a future Hall of Famer. He kind of, for a while, he seemed almost like a shoe in. Then he kind of just does his career kind of, and putting up the stats kind of ended quickly, putting up those great stats. I think he ended, I know him from Atlanta. He went to Philadelphia, and, you know, I don't know if his skills eroded quickly or whatnot, but he still, I think, like I said, I think he won three MVPs. I know at least he won two, maybe three, but so he had the credentials, and he was definitely kind of an ambassador to baseball because he just seemed to be kind of that Captain Marvel type of golden boy image. So yeah, thanks Ed, and check out Angry Old Man. Okay, last but not least, and this was the surprise. This is from Pepino Man because I know Pepino's had some contests. I think he had a shade box, but I don't think I won it. But we'll see. We'll see what he sent. Um, Maybe I did win, but I didn't realize it or I forgot. And just to make a note, this package, Pepino, his real name Caesar, $11.75 just for shipping this package. So, I mean, it's just the kindness of this community. And I wouldn't expect anyone to spend any type of money, but I guess you have to when you're shipping items. But it just goes to show the the generosity and kindness of these other channels that are willing just out of pocket to spend money on shipping. You know, never mind what they're actually giving you, but even just getting it to you is going to cost money out of their pocket. So I appreciate that. And actually, just a hint, seeing this in the mail, I got it a couple weeks ago. I got something for Pepino Man that I knew he would like. That I'm going to get that sent out quickly, and hopefully it'll get to him before Christmas. So hopefully I can return the favor. But anyway, let's see. Open this up, and he sent it in a 2012 Topps Complete Set box. That's pretty cool. And it's packaged nice. Some paper towels. Oh my goodness. It is. It is the Pepino Man Legendary Shade Box. So cool. I'll take my cheaters off and put on the shades. Whoa. Everything's so much clearer now. Man, I think I'm turning into Pepino Man here. This is awesome. Wow. He's got, oh my goodness. You know what? I have to put my cheaters back on. I can't see with these, but I'll put these glasses up here. And he sent me a Robin Yount Hall of Fame Panini. So shiny, so shiny. That's what he says. So that's awesome. Woo, that's great. But there's more. There is more. Of course, it's from Pepino Man. Wow. He's got All-Star Week, Los Angeles Dodgers All-Star Week, and then you put your credentials or your badge. There's a name for this, and I can't remember what the thing is that you hang, but I know that's what that's from, so that is cool. And then he sent me the rest of the tape that he had used for his roll. So look at that. Got some extra tape for next time. Appreciate it. And that's it for this box. But look at this. Bunch of cards. Wow. So this was in the box, as he calls it. And I know most of you are aware of Pepino Man and his channel. If for some chance you live under a rock and you haven't heard, please check out Pepino Man. I'll put the link below, and you won't be disappointed. He's just got the funniest videos. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of information and knowledge, but he presents his videos in a way that's just fun. And that's what this hobby needs sometimes. It's good to be serious, but he'll leave you laughing every time. And there's nothing he won't do. One of my favorite shows is Impractical Jokers because they don't they have no inhibitions, and I don't think Caesar Pepino Man has inhibitions either. So wow, all these cards. Let's go through them real quick. Got Mr. Wade Boggs, Hall of Famer. Al Kaline, Hall of Famer. Roger, the Dodger Clemens, could be in the Hall of Fame except for his little steroid issue, but possibly a future Hall of Famer. He was definitely the most dominant pitcher of his era. Jose Altuve, future Hall of Famer. Mark it right now. He is a future Hall of Famer. Palmeiro, another category where he could have been a Hall of Famer, and I don't know if he ever will be. He definitely put up the numbers. I remember when he first broke in with the Cubs, and then he was traded to the Rangers. So yeah, Rafael Palmeiro, Carlos Delgado. He is he had some great years with Toronto. He is not in the Hall of Fame. He is definitely a borderline Hall of Famer. He had some great years. I don't know if he'll make it, but he had some good ones. Wow, so shiny. And this is right out of Pepino Man's backyard. Clayton Kershaw, elite dominator. Wonderful. Definitely Hall of Famer right there. First first ballot Hall of Famer, that's for sure. Josh Hamilton. I know Mike, card collector, Mike, baseball collector, Mike Moynihan. He had a big Josh Hamilton collection, and this is when he was with the Rays, and then of course he went on with the Rangers and Anaheim Angels, and great career. He had the substance issues that really probably prevented him from being enshrined in Cooperstown, but he was a wonderful player in his prime. John Hudek. That's a good one. Hudek. Who is that? Hudek. He's a diamond debut. Good one. Good one. So he's got some kind of wild cards here. Ricky Bonus. Yep, he had some good years with the Brew Crew. I know that for sure. Stan the Man Musial. Here's a Hall of Famer. Yep, he is one of the inner circle Hall of Famers, one of the best. Jose Canseco. I know on my collector's chat with Hugo Pinto from Signs of the Pastime, I know Hugo's mother is just a Jose Canseco fanatic, and I shared the story where I actually asked Jose in a downtown Minneapolis nightclub if you played in the old Tiger Stadium. It was at the time Tiger Stadium, but now it's not. It was before Comerica. It was the original Tiger Stadium, which was a bandbox. I said, Jose, if you played all your home games at Tiger Stadium, how many home runs would you hit? And he just looked at me deadpan and said, 60. So classic Jose Canseco. Never the one to be modest, but actually he didn't say 61 or 62, so he did give credit to Maris and didn't want to overshadow Roger. Joey Votto. I love him because he's a character. He's a free agent this year. I'd love to see him end up in Toronto. He's a Canadian. There's always talk about him playing for Toronto or a Canadian team. I guess when the Expos are around, that'd been the only other option. But I'd love to see Joey end his career in Canada. He's one of the great characters of the game, and he could be a future Hall of Famer for sure. And another Jose Canseco. Oh, these are great. Caesar Pepino, man, these are great. Anthony Rizzo. I'm a Cubs fan, and yeah, Rizzo is great. He well, I don't know, borderline. If he could put some good stats up to end his career, he could get some Hall of Fame consideration. Of course, he's got that world title with the Cubs to break the curse. Brett Myers. Yep, I remember he had some great years with the Phillies. When I was playing fantasy baseball, he'd be a good pitcher to have. I know there's a lot of Philly fans in the collecting community. So yeah, Brett Myers is great. There's Rhino. I talked about Dale Murphy and how I watched him on the Superstation. Of course, Ryan Sandberg in the early 80s came over from the Phillies in that trade. I think was it Manny Trio went from the Cubs to the Phillies, and they got Sandberg, who is of course the Hall of Famer. He had that one famous game. I think it was in '82 against the Cardinals, where he hit 3 home runs, and I think it was like on Saturday afternoon baseball. The last one was against um, Suter, so I guess that really cemented the legend of Ryan Sandberg for the whole North Side Chicago baseball fan community. So Ryan Sandberg, look at how shiny it is. That's what, of course, Pepino likes to say. There he is, Sammy Sosa with the Orioles. That's kind of a great one. I think that's how he must have ended his career. Had some great years with the Cubs. Of course, he's a steroid guy. So if they ever lift the ban on the steroid um, users getting into the Hall, the Sosa would be one of those that could get in with Clemens and Bonds for sure. For a while in the mid to late '90s, Sammy was the man in Chicago. I had the privilege of seeing him taking some batting practice in Wrigley, and boy, it was fun to watch. Him and McGuire, um, '98. What a chase that was. That was great. Another Hall of Famer, Johnny Bench. Wonderful. Wow, I didn't realize Pepino was going to be this generous. I could have made my whole video just on this. So apologize for the length, but that's okay. I only put a video once a week, and I just want to have fun. So this is great. Johnny Bench. I would, I would, for my lifetime, Johnny Bench was the best catcher. I know Ivan Rodriguez, of course, but you know, speaking of steroids, I know Rodriguez was never tagged for him, but you can come up with your own conclusions. But there you go, Johnny Bench, stud. Oh, Brandon Woodruff with the Brewers, solid pitcher. I like the Brew Crew. Of course, their their park is not that far from where I live, so I've gone to some Brewers games. They've got that retractable roof, so rain or shine, you know you're going to get a game. And of course, they got the great tailgating, and they got the great brats. So, um, yeah, Brew Crew. Jose Ramirez, Cleveland Guardians. I still call them the Cleveland Indians, but Ramirez, he's definitely a star, and he could put up some years. He could get some Hall of Fame consideration too. That's for sure. Kyle Tucker, the Astros, definitely one of the great players in the league today. He they ousted my Twins, and I thought they would possibly be favorites to win another World Series, but Rangers got them, and congratulations to the Rangers as they won their first World Series championship. That was good to see. Oh, I love the Mets. Here's Jeff McNeil. I think they call him the Squirrel. And he talked about a scrappy player, good player. J.R. Phillips, Jake Arrieta with the Cubs. He started with the Orioles. I was down in Sarasota, and I saw Jake his rookie year down in spring training, and actually didn't know anything about him, but he was one of the players signing autographs. So I actually have his autograph on a baseball and a program. And then, of course, he got traded to the Cubs and just had some monster years. So Jake Arrieta, good guy, great ball player. Tommy Joseph, catcher, good player to have. Good, yeah, he's says in 2011 California League. He was he was he was a prospect back then. Don't have much to say about him. Yasiel Puig, Vin Scully, rest his soul. Didn't he used to call him the the horse or something like that? I can't quite remember. Cuban ball player, had all the great physical attributes. I didn't know. I don't think he was really a polished baseball player, but man, he had some impressive power, speed, and quite the arm. Cuban ball player, so he was one of the fun players to watch. Yeah, that was. Oh, here's Willie McCovey, and that's a beautiful looking card. That's a throwback card from Topps. Great looking. Try to get through these quicker. Oh, by the way, I think McCovey, yes, he's a Hall of Famer, but I don't think he gets a lot of the credit um, that he deserves. He's probably overshadowed a little bit by Willie Mays. That's what happens when you get two great players on one team, especially if it's Willie Mays. You're not going to get. You're always going to be second billing, but McCovey, wow, what a player! Rafael Palmeiro again. We talked about him. If they ever let steroid players in, maybe he's got a shot. Mike Piazza. He was with the Dodgers, of course, then off to the Mets. Great player. I had mentioned Johnny Bench, but Piazza, he put up numbers too, but not as good as Johnny Bench in my book. Scott Hurd, Rangers. Raul Mondesi, yep, Dodgers. Wow. He was during that time the Dodgers weren't that great. This was before they really Magic Johnson and that ownership consortium bought the team and started spending money again. But during kind of the slower years, Raul Mondesi, he was the monster. He was a great player in that time. And last but not least, great way to end it. One of Lou Brock's or one of Keith Hernandez's idols. It's always fun to listen to Keith talk about Lou Brock, and I like it's October 12th, 1967. That's the year I was born, 67. So that's kind of a fitting, appropriate way for Pepino Man to end it. But wow, sorry about the video going so long. But when I see these cards, I just love them. So again, thanks to Daryl Giordano, Mr. 95 Cent, Ed, Angry Old Man, and Pepino Man. Appreciate it. As Pepino Man, I guess I won his shade box, and I really appreciate it. Lou Brock, and this is a commenting collector, as always, saying, good collecting.
I'm sorry. I don't mean to offend you. I'm sorry, too. It's okay. No problem. Okay, salute. Now go home and shine box.